I still want to do that.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
but I was thinking, Saros doesn't like cities, but
No.
he's going to try to face his fear, and he's going to
Oh.
find a market, and he's going to walk around the market and see if he can find other stuff to make other potions or other
Okay.
whatever.
So you are
Wait.
specifically looking for other materials, right? One and
Yes, to
two.
make like
You are walking around Ardalon. Are you covering yourself up to prevent people
no,
from?
I do
Okay.
not have a hood. Oh, I'd also leave like the majority of my money in Syraxis, the Rose Woods. So,
The
what's your last name?
Roseward
Rose
estate.
Ward.
Yeah, that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll make sure that I'll take the money and I will put it in one of Orez's like pouches and just be like, oh, I'll just set it in here
Yep.
with this
Okay.
creature.
You see a giant sloth just like look at you up and down, and it gives you some facsimile of a smile. It's a little
Who's this?
terrifying, but it's also kind of cute.
Have I seen this before?
No, you have no idea what the fuck this thing is.
Oh,
It's just with Syraxis. Or sorry, not Syraxis. Yeah, with Syraxis.
where'd you get this?
Oh,
Who's
you,
this?
that scroll that we found? Well,
Uh,
one of the scrolls. Yeah, well, you see, it was called Find Steed, and so I found. Well, I kind of look at him. I could ride him, I suppose, but he's more for carrying things. But he's nice, and he also gives very nice hugs.
It
how
stands
tall
up
is
on
this
its
thing?
hind legs, and
Oh,
all of a sudden you're like, oh. This thing is like on its when it's just on its normal like all fours, it's probably like 8-9 feet tall. It's a little bit smaller than what the picture uh shows off as, but
okay.
like it's like 8-9 feet tall, but like it stands up on its hind legs, and all of a sudden this thing is like 15 feet tall, and you're like, oh, oh. But it does kind of like give you the movement that would indicate a hug.
I will shuffle over and give it a hug.
It's actually very nice. It smells a little bit like, what a lot of pack animals smell like, but it's not like bad. It doesn't stink like a lot of a lot of them do. Yeah, it's a very comfortable hug. It's very nice. It's warm. A little bit terrifying when its arms like kind of close in around you a little bit, and you could feel its claws kind of just resting on your shoulder. Because
The claws like caress his shoulder and just
Oh
like,
God.
yeah,
oh,
they're fucking massive. Like just looking at your shoulder, you realize these claws by themselves are probably like 6 inches long.
the mental
Okay.
image very much reminds me of anteaters.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going for.
Aw.
They're
Mildly
Just
so
terrifying.
adorable, and
But
that's like their threat stance. Like that's to ward off predators.
Oh, they just T pose. We have that in
Yeah,
the natural environment. That's crazy.
they T pose to
anteaters are
assert
fantastic.
dominance, literally.
Yeah.
Hey.
As soon as anything approaches them that might be a threat, just T pose on them.
It's beautiful. It's
They're
perfect.
They're incredible creatures. They're
But yeah.
related to armadillos.
Oh, that
See
does
that?
make sense.
Yeah.
To be fair,
Anyway, big.
everything is technically related if you go back far enough. But yeah, Saros,
Yeah.
do you inform Syraxis you're doing this? Or are you just gonna do it?
Yeah, I'd say like I'm gonna leave most of my gold with you and platinum.
Sure. I'll try not to spend it.
Well, doesn't mean too much to me, so. But I've known you a long time, but I haven't made much of an effort to get to know where you're from. I think I'm gonna do that now.
You want anyone to like accompany you? Like, are you just gonna wing it, as they say?
I will do as they say and wing it. We'll see how that goes.
Well, I assume that you can make your way back here regardless.
Sir
Try my
Axis,
best, probably.
give me a history check.
Oh no, bro.
I believe in
Come on,
you.
bro.
Actually, wait, no, I'm actually okay at these.
Yeah, you're proficient.
Never mind, we're so back. Never mind, it's so Jover.
You get a bad feeling. You're not sure why.
Maybe in the time I've been up here, people have, changed their views on Drow, but I'm up here to help better the surface, so I'll try to change their views, I suppose.
Well, I mean, I can't. I can respect the effort. You want to at least like I don't know because I don't know. It just feels weird. But like, do you want to I don't know take Orez here with you? Like, I mean, just
I
in
feel
case,
like
you know.
that might not be the best idea.
Okay, yeah, that's fair enough.
You do see Reggie like nearby as you guys are talking about this. He's not in his armor by any means. He's currently dressed like a normal person, like just like a regular tunic and blouse and all that stuff. And he's kind of just like he seems to be writing something in a book.
I assume he has his dog with him too, right?
Yeah, the dog is with him. He's just kind of lying on
Yeah.
the ground.
Look, Saraxis, I'd ask you to come with me, but I feel like it might, people might treat me differently if you're there, someone who's well known in this town.
Yeah, no, I mean that's fair enough. Honestly, when I first moved here, it was a similar thing. Not many people very used to a dragonborn in these parts, and they just had to get used to it. But then again, I guess whenever it actually came out that Renana was married to a dragonborn, I guess then views changed slightly, but still.
Well,
If you need anything, I'm sure you can find your way back and do your little shapeshift thing, right? Like,
my little shape-shifting. Yes, that is an option.
I don't know what it's called. I just know you can do it. It's very weird.
Yeah, where's the nearest marketplace?
There are tons across all of Ardalan. It depends on kind of what you're looking for.
Well, it really depends on what you're looking for. You see.
Anything that can help us on our journey. I'm hoping to make some potions and other supplies.
Probably the District of Wonder would be best.
Probably the District of Wonder would be best.
Did I hear a parrot?
That is a far walk, but okay.
But yeah.
I guess Reggie could come.
Do you want to tell him?
Hey,
'Cause
Reggie!
He's not paying attention. Yeah.
You wanna accompany Sorrows here into the market district? Well, one of the market districts.
Sure. What for?
Just a supply run.
Yeah.
Sure. Lead the way. I'll just follow your lead, I guess.
I might ask you to lead the way. I'm not sure I
Yeah,
know
you'll
exactly where
probably
it
have
is.
to.
Oh.
You'll probably have to lead them to it. I think that's the main thing. 'Cause it's quite far. It's not just. I can't just be like, yeah, go that way. When you see the Temple of Wolf, you've gone too far. No, yeah, it's on the other side of the city.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. District of Wonder. Right.
Seems to be that one, yep.
Follow me. Let's give him a survival check. Give me a survival check, Reggie.
Sorry, I have to scroll through my little army I have formed here.
Oh
yeah.
That's a 2. Yeah, you guys get a little bit lost.
Man, it was nice having a best friend in the squire.
I'm just a little bit lost. The two of you actually end up near like the southern portion of the District of Love, near the center. You do see that there is a large square here. Like from what you can tell, it seems to be like two large, kind of maybe almost rival theaters. That seems to kind of dominate this large central square within the District of Love, and like it's a large, big ass area. And then there's just a bazaar smack dab in the middle of it. So if you wanted to, you could go to this bazaar.
Take a look.
All right, give me uno momento. I'm going to pause the intro music. We'll just switch it.
Which ward was is Darcy's shop in?
It's also in the district of, I think it's in the district of Song, actually. Near the border between Song and Love.
Hmm.
He'd be able to tell you the
Somewhere.
exact location, but yeah.
Probably here, I'd say.
Yeah, something like that.
What was that?
Now you can see where the ping is.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I had a song for fucking part one. Where is it? Oh, I have too much music. My toast is too buttered and my lobster is too sweet.
What?
No, it's a weird thing that's been being said online. That's
Now I want some lobster.
That's definitely not the one. Is it this one? No, definitely not. I'm so sorry. I'm just trying to find my music.
Lobster's not as good as crab, in my opinion.
Ah, yes, this one.
Crab. Someone say crab.
That's a fair take.
Crab is good.
I like lobster more because it's less work.
I guess.
I think lobster has a higher potential to be better, but crab on a general level is generally better.
I agree with
Mm.
that. I do agree.
It's
with that.
entirely possible I've just had mid lobster.
I also live in Kentucky, a landlocked state with like
state.
no, yeah, so what would I
Um,
fucking know?
But yeah, as the two of you are kind of just like wandering around the actual square itself, what is it that you're looking for? I think you said you were looking for potion ingredients and such.
Yes.
Yeah. So, is there any specifics that you're looking for? Because I do believe you have a list.
I have the floral list. Yes. Let's
Yes.
see.
Is there anything within here that you think would be specific to what you are searching for? I believe you got forests and Underdark was the two lists that you had.
Yeah. So probably more forest stuff. Ooh, it's gonna take a little while to read that, so I don't think I want to do that right now. But I guess
So, are you trying to look for something beneficial to like make beneficial potions? Are you looking for
Yes.
just general use, or are you looking for something to create like poisons or detrimental effects?
well, I was thinking more beneficial stuff.
Okay. Give me an investigation check. If Reggie is proficient, he can help, but I don't think he is.
I
He is not.
I don't think
He
he
is
is. Yeah.
He is
Can
proficient in
I
survival,
guidance?
history, athletics, and animal. Yeah, you could definitely guidance.
Investigation.
Give me the D4. It's 11. Okay. Roll me a D100. Okay. As you guys are kind of trying to just navigate around, you see Reggie talking to a few of the stall owners, and just like he's not like leaving you behind, but he's just kind of like asking questions, and then he kind of comes back to you. Give me a perception check. Yeah, you definitely see like groups of people looking at you. Quite a large amount of them are like glaring. And at one point, you see like what appears to be like a pair of humans. One gets into like a loud shouting match with his companion, as the other one seemed to have been like kind of like pushing forwards towards you. The other one had grabbed him by like the back of the neck, kind of like yanked him backwards, and then they basically started shouting at each other. You managed to catch some of the argument, but it's essentially like, what the fuck do you think you're doing? We're literally in the middle of a square. They've got to pay for what the fuck they did to my wife, and kind of things like that. But it seems inherently, Reggie is completely oblivious. Like, he hasn't noticed any of this stuff going on around him. He just seems to be having a good time, kind of like talking, chit-chatting with you in regards to some of the stuff that he does find. At one point, he's like, you know, does this look good on me? He kind of pulls out like this horrendously ugly looking ring with a jewel that is far too large and for a fact fake, because it was being sold for like $1.50. And he's like, does this fit me, like, personality wise? He just has it on his middle finger in his right hand.
What do you like about it?
It stands out. I don't really stand out. Like, if I was just walking around and someone saw a person wearing this, I feel like you give off an air of like, wow, that person's cool. Or like, he's got it going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Does this ring spark joy for you?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, it's really nice to look at. I don't know if Sir Siraxis is going to be very happy with me buying it.
Then to answer your question, it does look good.
Oh, thank you. Okay, I will get it then. He spends $1.50 at the stand. Gets this, like, it is like a silver ring with like a large green jewel set into it. Like, the jewel itself is actually thicker than his finger, and like, it seems to be made of glass or something, just colored in to look like more an emerald or anything else. But it's just like this large circular sphere that is attached to his finger now, and it looks pretty clumsy, but it does look. It's attention drawing. That's
Stands
for sure.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it definitely does. At another point, you see the same like pair. One with like a black eye. He kind of just like walks up to you. This large, maybe 6.5 foot tall, like hugely built human man, with biceps that are probably the size of your head. He just kind of stands it directly in front of you, looks at you. My fears. What are you doing in Ardenon? Your kind don't belong here. You see Reggie immediately look up and go. But go ahead.
I have every right to be here, as much as you do. I've done nothing wrong.
Yeah. How about you fucking spit that on the wife of my grave? Like your very existence spits upon me!
The wife of my grave.
Grave of his wife.
Yeah, grave of his. Sorry, the grave of his wife.
No, I know. It's just it caught me off guard.
And he just kind of like spits on your shoe.
Look, I'm sorry for whatever happened to your wife. I don't think I have anything to do with it, but I can offer you on behalf of my people an apology.
Give me a persuasion check. Actually, question before that. I'm guessing Saros is being genuine, right?
Yeah, well, he doesn't know who the wife is.
Yeah, that's entirely fair.
But yeah.
Yeah, no, it and just somehow the words that you kind of utter in that moment, you could see like this fierce anger that's been building up behind his eyes, some sort of facade, something in his head or mind or heart just shatters, and you can see like she was she was she Ah! He like just fucking smashes his fist into the ground right in front of you before he just storms off. And right before he storms off, you can see that like there's tears just falling down his face.
Bro was expecting a fight and got met with like genuine human kindness.
Reggie
Is
just
his
kind
friend
of
still
looks
there?
at you. You can't see his friend anywhere.
Okay. That's too
Um,
bad. Yeah, I'll just go back to buying what I wanted to buy.
are you okay?
Yeah, I expected this. But yeah, it'll be fine.
You're a lot braver than me, expecting this and still coming out here.
If I want change, I have to make it.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're out here helping me with that.
Oh, I don't know if I'm helping, but yeah,
Moral support.
exactly. Yes, moral support. Oh, wait, I saw something earlier. Give me a second. He kind of like runs off, disappears for like maybe a solid 15 seconds before coming back. Uh, moral support. He hands you a mug. On it, it says moral support.
Uh, what's this?
Moral support mug. I I found it earlier. I saw it. I thought it looked cool. I didn't buy it, but you mentioned moral support, so moral support mug.
Wow, thank you. What a what a great gift.
Yeah, but it's nothing really. Uh,
You know
But-
what? We can put all of the ingredients we find in this.
as you're kind of wandering around, you do find a few items. Unfortunately, nothing that's particularly like rare or unique in any sort of fashion. You find more Thermopylae, and you find another
Sure.
sand that actually sells pipeweed as well. And you actually do find another stand that has like just a bunch of fucking wood. Like they have oak wood, they have willow wood, they have a bunch of other types of wood as well. But aside from that, unfortunately, you don't find too much else.
Okay, how much would more of the health potion plant cost me?
Uh, Sorry, can you repeat that?
You said I found more of the plant that I can use to make potions of healing.
Yes, you
How
find
much would that cost?
you find two more bundles. Each of the bundles are 5 gold.
And then the wood. Is there anything exotic or rare?
Kind of taking a look at it. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like it. There's like oak wood, which you've seen tons of around. There's willow. You see there's a bit of maple. They have a singular log of mahogany wood, but you kind of look at the mahogany wood and you can realize that it's probably out of your price range, given that it's like in a glass enclosure that looks like it's magically enchanted.
Piece of wood? Okay.
Yeah, it is just a piece of wood as far as you're able to tell. But you see this like older woman, probably late 40s, just standing there in like this large bandana that seems to cover a bunch of like dreads going off the back of her head. She looks at you. Are you interested in the mahogany?
Is there a reason it's in a glass case?
There is only 2 places on Illyria that grows mahogany. One of them is in the depths of the Umberlands, to the east of Umber. Difficult to retrieve and very dangerous. I will not tell you the second place because that is where I got it from. But
Fair enough.
it's a beautiful wood, and it can be yours for 750 gold.
Tempting as it is, I'm going to have to let someone else be the lucky one to acquire that.
Your loss, mister. Just kind of goes back to whatever it is that she was doing.
um. Okay. I'll also ask Reggie. This isn't Wonder, is it?
He kind of looks. Sorry, what are you indicating?
This isn't the right market. We're not in Wonder, are we?
He looks around. No. Well, these are the 2 theaters that are in the center of the District of Love, so we are definitely not there. We can go see a show though. I think they've got some pretty cool stuff going on.
Maybe another time. I don't know if I'm up for that yet.
Yeah, might be a little too busy and crowded.
Yeah.
Do you still want to go ahead to the District of Wonder? Or try to?
I've got time. Yeah.
All
And
right.
for the sake of brevity, we can just say what I got.
Eventually, you just make it to the District of Wonder. Give me another investigation check. You can roll it with your thingamajiggy guidance.
Thanks.
Ooh, okay.
Just for fun.
26 maximum roll. You know what? You do get something unique. You do get something special. There is a halfling that is in the District of Wonder, and he is looking around like trying to get as many people's attentions as possible to him as he tries to begin to like sell this thing. He's just like standing in the middle of a square in the District of Wonder, and he's just like loudly speaking with a voice that's actually significantly louder than you would expect. And he's just kind of saying like, "Come one, come all. I have some of the best items you could buy this side of our continent. I am ready to give you the best goods, the best deals that you would ever get. Here, in my hands, I hold a fairy thistle. Possibly one of the most rare and incredibly beneficial and useful things ever. If you would like it, bidding starts." You see one of the guards kind of yells at him, "You are not allowed to make bids. That must be done in the court." Wait, what was it called? What was it the place where? Auction house. That must be done in the auction house through legal means, not on the streets. I'm just trying to peddle my wares. My apologies. Let's say 1,250 gold, huh? You see held in his hand what appears to be within like a glass case. You know the like Beauty and the Beast thing where the rose was being held? It's kind of similar to that. And inside you see like a beautiful flower. It's like or sorry, not a flower. It's a bush. Or no, not a bush. It's like a cutting of a bush, I guess. You see these like vibrant, beautiful green leaves that seem to almost have like thorns that come out of the side of them, and as you're just kind of looking at it, the leaves on this thistle kind of almost look like they're flapping or moving ever so slightly, even though there's no way of any wind getting into this container. Like, it's crazy. You can't tell if it's real or not, but you have heard of fairy thistle. It's in your forest beneficial if you scroll down to near the bottom. It is a rarity 9 plant with a work DC of 20, and it allows you to potentially craft a potion called the Luck of 1,000.
Is this the one that we found in the last campaign?
I don't know if you guys found this in the last campaign, did you?
I don't think we found it, or we might have.
I think you found
I
it,
don't
but
know.
you couldn't harvest it.
Maybe.
Or something like that. I
Are you
can't
talking
remember.
about the? Are you talking about the plant that I found when the moonlight shone upon it?
Oh, yeah,
The fairy
that's a
thistle.
different one. No, that's a different one. I'm
Oh,
pretty sure.
okay.
Oh, okay.
If it was moonlight that was
Oh.
shining upon it, yeah, that would be a different one.
1250 gold. Can I try to see if it's real?
You can give me a nature check. In that case, like, Reggie would also be trying to determine if it's real. If you want to make a roll for him as well, Andy.
Sure.
Give me a nature check.
Incoming big +1. Oh yeah.
Reggie's like, no, I think that's fake. I don't know what a fairy thistle is, but that doesn't look like an actual plant. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I don't think it's an actual plant. That looks like it's probably made of like paper or something. Meanwhile, Sorrows, like, yeah, you genuinely cannot tell if it's real or not. Like, it looks very much like a description that you've seen in books of a fairy thistle, but like, you have no idea. Oh, maybe it is this one that you found. Oh, I can't remember. Whatever.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it is.
I rolled a
To be
table.
fair, I just
I rolled
gave
a
it to
table,
someone.
and then I got the fucking fairy thistle again. You know what? Whatever. It's fine.
to be fair, I did just give it to someone else anyway. So
Oh, that's fair. But yeah,
I want to buy it, but I left all my money with Soraxis, so
Yeah.
I don't think I can.
Just put on your card.
Yeah.
yeah. He just produces a credit card out of nowhere.
To
be fair,
if yeah.
Actually, give me a history check.
Don't tell me they have fucking credit cards here.
There are credit cards.
Oh my god.
It's not specifically
Go?
credit cards. There is a bank called the Vivaldi Institute that is specifically capable of doling out what they call credit. You are allowed to use the credit however you so wish to make a purchase, because when you make a credit purchase, the person who receives the credit purchase can go to the Vivaldi Institute to redeem it for an actual amount of money equal to whatever it is that you give them. And because the credit that they give out is magical and cannot be tampered with in any sort of way that is like known to man or unman, like, they are fully trusted always. However, that would require you to have a bank account with the Vivaldi Institute, which you do not have.
I'll just tell them that I'm interested in it, but I will have to come back.
Yeah. You see the guy kind of look over towards you, this small halfling. Well, you're not the only one, so you better hurry up, because I don't know how long I can hold on to this thing before someone decides to buy it. You say that, but you see the crowd is like getting noticeably thinner. Originally, when you had just arrived at the square, there was probably like 30, maybe 40 people just gathered around listening and kind of like, oh yeah, that thing's cool. Whoa, oh. And then he said 1250, and then like half of them just left. And then the other half, get a little bit of a closer look, and they're like, okay, yeah, that looks really cool. I can't afford that, so I'm leaving. But the majority of the crowd kind of
You're-
disperses.
You're right. I'll be fast. I can tell there's a lineup here.
He kind of looks back behind him. Well, of course, there's always a lineup for any of my wares. I know it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Eventually, I'll tell people about that. But if there's anything else that I can buy that's beneficial,
All right. Do you go to buy it, or do you just leave it?
I don't have the money right now.
I mean, you could always go back to the District of Magic and come back. Like, it's probably less than 30 minutes. Actually,
This
it
is
would
whole-
it would probably be in like an hour. It would probably take about an hour for you to get to the to Sir Axis, get the money out of his bag, and kind of walk back.
30 there, 30 back.
Yeah.
I think we have a lot of money. Should be fine. I want it.
Okay. You kind of run back to Sir Axis, like speed walking as much as possible. Reggie is coming with you. He seems completely fine, not even remotely out of breath by the time you guys arrive there. Like Reggie is physically very fit. But yeah, he helps you kind of like take the gold back to this guy. And you can see that like he's still in the same square, but he's like yelling about different things. And he seems to have sold like a few other things, but on this like small table behind him, you can see that the fairy thistle is still there. You are lucky you will nat 20 on that investigation, because someone else would have picked it up in that time. But,
Okay.
but yeah, he sees you kind of come back. Oh, well, I hope your coin purse is thicker this time around.
Indeed, it is. And I won't even haggle. Just give
Okay.
him the money.
Yeah, he counts. You can see he takes like a couple, like 30 seconds, 40 seconds to count through the entire coins. Okay, you know what? Just for you actually going and leaving and then coming back proper, let me give you some of this money back. He gives you 5 platinum back. So he hands you like 50 gold back. So you pay him a total of 1,200.
Oh wow. Okay.
Here you go. Think of it as a
Pleasure.
you should come back and buy more stuff from me. Can't be taking
I hope I
all
made
of
a
your
good
money.
purchase.
Sorry?
I hope I made a good purchase. Yeah. And to end my turn, I'll just make the potions.
Okay.
Spend the rest of my time.
Yeah. I will require checks to actually make the potions, because they are they're not like hard, but they do require some amount of effort. If you're making just basic normal health potions, they take approximately 24 hours. And I will require you to give me a herbalism kit roll. Are you proficient in herbalism?
Yes.
Excellent. Then the DC is 14. Okay. Boom. I will say that it took you about a day for all the shopping and stuff, as well as the communion. So you have 6 days of which you are able to work and create potions with. 1 day for 20. Easily. You make a singular potion of healing over that 24-hour period. Actually, would it take 24 hours? Or would it be 2 days? You know what? I'll make it 1 day for fun. 1 day. You can continue making
Sorry.
checks if you want to make more. What's up?
Sure. Just like five more rolls.
Yeah, 5 more. Boom! You succeed 5 times. You now have 6 potions of healing. You also need to take
Awesome.
away 6 bundles of Thermopylae.
Sure.
How many do you have left?
And that's it. Good question. I don't know where I wrote it down.
Definitely keep track, because you cannot make this without Thermopylae.
Okay. I'll
So
find it.
we had some random herbs from the castle. Some of them were Thermopylae.
Yes.
Yeah.
Some were other herbs too.
I hope someone wrote them down.
And I wrote them down.
Okay. Did you write the specifics of them down? Did I tell you the specifics?
No, I just got the number and the name.
Would you be able to repeat it after back to me so I know what you guys have gotten? Bundle of harmony ferns, elderberries, blue curls, and thermopylae. Do you know how many bundles of thermopylae was there?
5.
5. Okay. So yeah, I'm guessing you didn't have any on you, Saros. Did you?
No, I didn't. Can I say that I asked people for theirs?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, didn't you say you bought 2? So that's
You bought
I
2,
guess-
so you would have 1 left, I think.
Okay, I'll just keep that last one. That's not a potion.
Sure. Make sure you write it down. Resource tracking is important.
Yep. Yep. Sorry.
All good. But yeah, your week ends very fruitfully with 6 new health potions.
Yes.
And bada bing, bada boom. We move on to Celesto. What's Celesto up to?
I think you'll talk to Miss Raxus's wife. Shit, I forgot her name.
Raylana.
Rilana.
Yeah.
What's the last name again?
What about? Would you go to visit her office, or would you try and catch her at their personal residence?
Yeah, I mean, I assume we're all staying at his personal residence. So like, if we're all meeting up for breakfast,
Oh,
I'll
she's
bring it up
usually
over breakfast.
she's usually gone by the time breakfast is served. Like
Okay, to
She
the
starts
office
early.
then.
yeah, like she starts really early. But yeah, you head over to the actual office itself, and you find her in her office, relatively normally. I'm guessing this is like the day after you guys come back. She kind of looks up at you from a mountain of paperwork. Celeste, how are you? Can I help you with anything?
Hi. Yeah, you mentioned yesterday that there was a trade lord that could help unlock this box.
Yes, Jilahar Rux.
Stories. It's stories of weapons created that could slay dragons. I also want
Are you
to.
curious?
I want to
about
see it. Yeah, can you leave an ancient, powerful weapon?
Though it is an ancient and powerful weapon, I will tell you this right now, that the Lacanasar's weapons, they were weapons that almost drove their wielders mad. Are you sure you want to open this?
Oh. Oh boy. My parents never said that when they mentioned the stories.
Oh, well, it's not necessarily at the forefront of it. A lot of stories neglect the... She kind of grimaces a little bit. Less beautiful side of history. A lot of it is forgotten, unfortunately. But
Well, I like to believe I'm strong of mind. However, if maybe it was sealed for a reason.
child, even if you were strong of mind, and I am not doubting your mental capacity, but it could break even the strongest of minds. It had the powers that, when controlled and directed properly, could kill the elder drakes.
Oh,
Do you know how much immense power was required to even damage one?
well, I can only imagine.
Yes,
Truly.
they were gods. Quite literally. The Elder Dragons created and were immortal. They created all of the lesser dragon races. They were the calamity that was brought upon us. I know you're young, but you must have heard stories of the plagues.
Of course, many times.
And you know how terrible they were.
Yes. Undoubtedly.
The first Elder Dragon took 400 million lives to kill. That includes the civilians, the mothers, the children, the soldiers, the generals, kings even, that attempted to fight back. If you want to open this box, by all means. But I need to make it very clear to you that if the power that is held within is not treated respectfully and properly used, it could wipe out the continent.
In that case, forget I asked.
I'm not trying to dissuade you, but I'm just giving you the information that you might need to have a full picture.
No, I was naive. I just wanted to see a legendary weapon. I didn't think of the consequences of what the weapon would hold.
If you wanted to see a legendary weapon, go see Jilla Harrax. Regardless, you could speak to him about the box. Perhaps he could give you a bit of information on what's held within at the very least, if you're so curious.
Oh, that'd be great. Could you write me a letter of recommendation? Of introduction?
Oh, you won't need one. Just say that the Rosewald sent you. He owns a shop here in the southern area of the District of Beauty. Should be a quick walk. Not many people visit it because they don't actually know that he owns it.
Oh, and by the way, I know I lost this last week, but did you hear anything about my parents?
I am looking into it, and some of my contacts are trying to get back, but nothing as of yet. I'm sorry.
Oh,
You will be the first to know. I'll even send you a sending the instant I find out anything.
okay. Oh, and I need to send a letter. I wrote this letter to LFO Nil Dara.
Your parents are hardy. They'll be fine.
This is to Free Reach. There's this researcher of dragons that my parents
Oh.
were friends with. I've met her once before.
Well, as a coincidence, she kind of points to the corner of the room where you see a bag of holding. That's actually where the bones are going. To her. She's a good friend of mine in Friedrich as well.
Oh. Well, here's this letter I was going to send to her. I was going to ask if you had to carry it.
No need. I'll send it her way once I get that sorted as well. If that's okay.
Yeah. Thanks.
Excellent. You hand her the letter?
Yeah.
Yeah, she just takes the letter and kind of opens up the bag of holding, drops it in there, closes it. Was there anything else?
No, thank you so much.
I'm happy to help. And to you and yeah, I'm very happy that all of you have been willing to help as well. Thank you. I know there's the money incentive and all, but it's still appreciated.
That's anything to pay you. But looking to my parents, I didn't know what to do when they didn't come back.
Don't worry, they'll be just fine. They're probably just stuck somewhere, unable to call back or come back at this moment. She kind of
Yeah, right.
goes to sit back down. It's good to see you, Eclipse. Sorry, not Eclipse. Celesta.
Well, see,
Fuck
that
me.
way-
What am I? Oh my god. She's racist. No, she's not. I'm
The
racist.
main
we're all Cowboys.
No, she does.
He ain't beaten those. They're the same character allegations.
Oh god. No, she does speak and kind of like says all these things and yeah.
Wait, is she keeping the bag of holding we got from the dragon?
Yeah, that's where all the bones are.
Yeah.
Uh,
Did you want
I
to keep
wanted
it?
Frankly, that's
what?
probably safer than the crates that they were in.
Well, you know,
Oh,
can't afford
this-
to be using a bag of holding for every time you want to transport something. No, I guess they are reusable. Hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah. But yeah. If you wanted to keep the bag of holding, I could say that this is a different one. If you didn't want to keep it, then, you know, you could have handed it to her.
Yeah.
You
I
wanted to
want
keep
to
it?
keep it so I can free up like an infusion slot to give to someone else.
Yeah,
What is it?
sure. I'll say that you took the bag of holding off of the dragon. And this is the bag of holding that she has in the corner is like a different one. It's one of hers. Yeah. Was there anything else that you wanted to do in your week?
I wanted to buy a scroll of Leomund's tiny hut and basically learn that.
Yeah, sure. That's relatively easy. Let me go find the prices for that.
Okay, you weren't here when we were discussing this, but Saros does have that spell.
Saros
If
does
that
have
changes
spell,
anything
yes.
for you.
Oh shit, never mind.
I kind of figured that's what you were doing. I figured I should tell you right before that we have Saros does have that.
What am I gonna do with my week now?
I don't know. You could train, you could pedal. I mean, there's options in the downtime entry. You could take a look, you know. You could potentially purchase property. I have property prices if you guys wanted to buy a place.
Acquire real estate.
I
In this
have a
economy?
place, and I've paid that off.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
guess I'll train.
Sure. What would you like to trade in?
I'll train my hand to hand. I think we did this like when we were first in Gal the place called
Gallows.
when we met the galleries. That's like up north.
Yeah, that's up north. Sorry, what are you
I mean-
talking about? Oh, Gami.
When we met those half orcs.
Oh, are you gonna try and find them and try and train up your hand to hand?
Yeah.
Okay, so
That's
which
true.
specific one are you trying to train? Because the half orcs, like you could find them in Ardalan. Like they are actually currently, as it were, working for Rilana.
Okay, so I'm just gonna train my hand to hand. So I'm gonna try and get like a +1 with my gauntlets.
Okay,
For-
yeah, for sure.
to hit.
This is a +1 to hit. You would require a skilled martial teacher, which you do because they're both considered skilled. Or actually, no, sorry, they're both considered. No, actually, no, they would both be considered skilled. Yeah. Give me some attack rolls. What's your intelligence modifier?
5.
5. Oh, wait, you have 20 intelligence. Holy shit. Okay, yeah. It would take you 2 days to get the ramp, and then for everything that you roll over 25, you would get a bonus +1 to your progress. It is a progress of 30 that is required, and you start off at 0. So, give me a attack roll.
And you told me my next martial training has double progress and advantage.
Oh,
So I assume it's for the week,
sure. I'll say
Or-
it's for a week.
like that one
Oh,
period of training. I assume.
Yeah, it would
What
be
did you
one
get that from?
continuous period of training. It was because I'm pretty sure it was because he was training with someone. I just can't remember who it was, or like he was doing something.
Email
in...
one,
Yeah, yeah,
not 20.
yeah.
I'll meet up with her again. You know.
Yeah, it would actually probably just be the first one. It wouldn't be the entire week.
Okay.
So your first one you would have advantage on?
That makes sense because like I feel like the entire training would not be double
Yeah,
progress.
like an entire... Yeah, that'd be crazy.
That'd be insane.
Alright,
So roll your first attack with advantage. That is a 23. That is not enough to beat the 25, which is 10 above the DC. Or did I say it was? Yeah, I think I said it was. Yeah, I think it
You
was
said
like-
25.
Yeah, which is 25, which is 10 above the DC. So if you rolled 10 above the DC, you would make double progress. However, in this case, because you are already, however, in this case, you didn't make 10 above, so you would just take the normal progress of 1. You would double that to 2 on your first day. Roll me again another attack for your second day. You do not have advantage this time. Another 23. That is a total of 3 progress. That is a failure, so you actually don't get any progress on your third day. That is your fourth day, so you have 18. Because you start ramping up, you actually get double progress for this. So because you had 3 already, you get your progress up to 5 for your fourth day. You have 5 and 6 left. 5 is double progress, so you have 5 progress goes to 7. And a 20, which is another success. So your 5 progress, or sorry, your 7 progress turns into a 9. So you have 9 out of 30 required for giving a +1 to your Thunder Gauntlets, or specifically your hand-to-hand combat. Yeah. You spend the week basically training with her. She's not incredible, but she is very, very good. And you actually learn quite a bit, because you actually get some formal training, rather than some of the stuff that you've just basically either learned on your own or just kind of watched your parents for.
Wait, 9 progress, you said?
A total of 9 progress.
That's not bad. That's okay.
It's pretty good. All right, and that is your week. Darcy.
Yeah. This is just a work week. Darcy was gone for a week longer than he had intended to, so he is all hands on deck.
Yeah. You take the week basically just like crafting more items. How many of the days would you be making more, and how many of the days would you be trying to just like operate the shop and sell in the actual meantime?
Probably split it to a half and half.
Okay. So if you're doing something like a half and
I think it both falls under working, doesn't it?
it does. Yeah. I'm just kind of asking, so you know, your little buddy that you have with you,
Got it.
to
Right.
see how he's gonna be doing once you're not here for a little bit.
Mhm.
All right. So first, roll me a charisma check. I would say of persuasion. The DC is
Okay.
10. If you roll a 20, you get double progress. What's your intelligence modifier?
2.
2. So it would take you 5 days to ramp up to full like double progress. So on your first day,
Mm.
you get a 10. So you have 1 success.
And
Roll me for your
then
second day.
more persuasion. All right.
25. That is 3 progress total. Third day. Oh my god! I will say that is 4 progress, so you actually complete the entire thing on your 3rd day. Roll me another persuasion check. 16.
16.
On a 16 plus, you get 400 gold. Because you rolled a natural 20 on your previous one, I'll increase it to the next tier, so you'll get 800 gold total.
Hell yeah.
You have another 4 days.
That's all going to be crafting, which is still working. Do I still get? No.
I
ramp
would
up.
say you wouldn't get the money portion of it for this, but it would be more like
That's fine. This is padding the inventory.
yeah. You're just trying to add as much stuff to your inventory as possible, which you can, yeah. That's pretty good. Roll me 3 more times. 2 more times. Uno más? Yeah. You create this like small army of what do you make? Like what specific items are you trying to sell this time? Anything specific or just kind of generic items?
There's some generic stuff in there, but others are in and amongst. There are things for like carved images of Gramsby, and something like 50% of the proceeds from that are going to go towards a relief fund.
Sure.
So Darcy makes a bunch of stuff like that.
Okay, yeah. And they're all quite nice looking. You make a relief of the castle, you make a little bit of the courtyard. You can't help but think about making a skull that resembles the dragon kin that you guys killed.
Darcy probably does make that off just like absent-minded, like, this is not going to be sold as a Gramsby matter. This needs to be kept under wraps.
Yeah, you see the little lad that works for you get very confused, but he doesn't ask any questions. But yeah.
But that's 25 gold per day in terms of materials.
Yes. Each day. Well, yeah. So the days that you are expending materials, it requires 25 gold per day. Also, for the training, just as a reminder, Celesto, you would have had to spend money on your training as well.
So how much would I be expending in total, Jay? Would that be just for the last 4 days, or
It would just be for the last 4 days for you.
okay? So that's just 100 gold.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
And then for Celesta, you'd have to expend for the entire duration of 5-6 days. I think you were working. You were working on your +1 attack. But yeah.
How much it costs?
It's 25 gold per day.
Okay.
Well, sorry, actually, it's 25 gold per point of progress, unless otherwise specified.
By the way, Jake, another thing Darcy would have started doing is he would have started increasing the quality of some of his more like generic works by casting, like performing castings of Magic Mouth on some of them.
Right. Sure.
As for the materials on that, I can literally just use Song of Creation or Performance of Creation because, well, the materials get consumed anyway. I think we talked about this, and I think you said that it would work.
Yep, I think it was basically fine.
Yeah.
So long as
I'm literally
it
just
doesn't have,
making. I'm literally just.
Did it have a gold cost?
Well, the point of utilizing Performance of Creation is to make the it's like 10 gold's worth of Jade Dust, and I do make a X amount of value of 20 times my bard level.
Oh yeah, because it's able to make things that are equal to your like level or equal to a certain value. I'd say that's fine.
Yeah,
even if it's consumed.
Because it vanishes after, I want to say, like 3 hours at this point.
Something like that. But yeah.
Number of hours equal to proficiency bonus. So yeah, basically 3 hours to ritually cast magic mouth on things.
But yeah, it was good. It's a good time. You finish all of that stuff, and I'm guessing that's it for you. Zane, what are you up to?
So part of me was I would probably want to start like my original goal for being an Ardalon,
Oh, yeah, which was?
which is Gorshiv tasking me with investigating the group that was based here.
You would know that they are gone because you chased them out.
Wait, did I?
All of you.
Yes, that was literally our first job.
Yeah,
I thought it was a different group that I had to
No.
find. It was
No.
them. Okay.
it was them.
Okay, never mind. Okay, never mind. All good. I'm
Job
just gonna
done.
train then.
Yeah. They got very unlucky. It was essentially 2 birds with 1 stone for you, but yeah. So, what are you training?
I'm going to train. I need to find a skilled expert because I want to train my critical hit rate.
Oh, okay. Okay. I would say you would have to take at least a day to try and search for one, and I would need you to give me a either a investigation check or a persuasion check.
Why do I roll like shit every time?
It's unfortunate, but on your first day, you kind of speak to various people, you discuss matters, and you're trying to see if there's anybody that might be suitable to kind of help you out in the type of very, very specific training that you're looking for. But unfortunately, you weren't able to find anyone that kind of fits that pattern or fits that type of teaching. You could try again on your second day.
During that first day, is there also like anything that might catch my eye as like interesting, like I guess any like shops or stalls or whatever,
Yeah,
or like
you could give me a perception check. I believe in you.
what the fuck? Why?
Uh,
Please, I want to roll above a 4.
you do find like a small stand that seems to be selling these like magical shards. And they kind of like take a look at you. You see like a short human woman, probably early or late 30s. You can't really tell. She's got like this red hair kind of bundled up in this messy bun or like a messy double bun. And she kind of just looks at you. You look like you actually have some money. Nobody covers their face like that all the time unless they've got something to hide, and the people that usually have something to hide usually have some money. Am I correct?
Well, you're not wrong. I do have money,
You want to buy some stuff?
but sure. What have you got?
She kind of just gestures, and you can see like 4 different shards in front of her, as well as what looks to be a book.
What is
The book, she kind of takes it. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what's in here. It looks like just a bunch of scribbling, and she kind of opens it and flips through it, and you can see there's actually like it's spells inscribed in there. I think it's magical,
Can I like?
but
Can I tell what spells are in there?
at a glance, because she's flipping through it pretty quick. Give me a perception check. Like, she seems to be intentionally flipping through it quickly to like prevent you from really getting a look. So unfortunately, you only catch like a glimpse of a singular spell, that you are aware of, and that singular spell is specifically Spider Climb. Like, you know there is more than that spell in there, but that is the only spell that you see or like could identify in the speed that she was flipping through it.
Do you mind if I take a look to see if there's anything of value in there?
Yes, because, you know, people who have anything of actual value that they want, well, I think it'll be better if you pay for it first.
Well, how do I
Oh.
know you aren't just scamming me with a book of scribbles?
That's why it's so cheap. It's on you to gamble if there's anything useful in there.
Yeah.
Give me a charisma
What's your
check.
price?
Yeah,
Okay.
give me just a general charisma check. It's a flat charisma check.
Well, before I do this, what's the person's race?
She's human.
Okay. By the way, not asking because I'm racist.
Yeah? No, she's human.
Okay, I will. Charisma check.
She kind of looks at you. You know what? With your mysterious air and kind of like, honestly, a little bit of a mysterious and kind of hot vibe, I'll give it to you for 50 gold.
Sure, why not?
Awesome. She hands you the spell book. You see that there is actually quite a few spells in there. Not like a large amount, but specifically you get Spider Climb. You see Warding Bond. Yes, it includes spells that aren't capable of that a wizard can't cast. But there is Erupting Earth. There is Animal Friendship. And there is Chaos Bolt.
What was the last one?
I wrote it down in the chat.
Oh, okay.
As you take a look, you see all 5 of these spells, and you're like, okay, honestly, that's a pretty good gamba.
How much would this book have normally been worth?
Probably in like 125.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Not an excessive amount, but you definitely saved at least some.
Alright.
Just the scrolls alone, if you were buying these in just scroll form, it would have been significantly more expensive. Like, probably in the thousands. You still
But
have to pay
since
for
this is just a
material to
book-
scribe them. You still have to pay for material to, like, scribe them, and you still have to pay in time as well, but...
But since it's a book, it's not like you can't use the spells in this.
Because of the way that it's set up, I believe wizards can just copy spellbooks into one another. So, like, you just have a separate spellbook right now.
Yeah, I know. I was just saying, like, you can't use it like a scroll. That's why it's not.
Oh,
worth
yeah.
like a
No,
scroll.
you can't use it like a scroll. Yes. Like, no one else can use the spells in this book unless you're a wizard as well. And if you're a wizard, you'd have to essentially switch your own spellbook to be based off of this spellbook, which would limit you to only these 5 spells.
No,
And
fuck
whatever
that.
cantrips you know.
Like
Okay.
we can't copy over the non-wizard spells, can we?
You can't copy them over, but someone who does know someone who has those spells on their spell list can use these to make a cheaper spell scroll.
Oh, okay.
I guess that's my first day. Then I'm gonna try the same thing again the next day.
Sure, go for it. Give me another investigation check. Yeah, with a 19, you actually do manage to find a relatively good teacher. You can see, like, it's a tall, muscular woman who wields what appears to be like not it's like a pole arm, some sort of pole arm. She holds it like it's a fucking toothpick. It's really funny to watch, but she seems to be really good at it, and she is willing to teach.
You there? What's your name?
She kind of glances over at you, looks down, because she's like 7 feet tall. She's a half orc. Is there any way to greet a fellow person?
You're right. My apologies. My name is Zane. What's your name?
My name is Love. Well, that's Zane, if that's your real name.
Well, I was hoping that. You see, I'm looking to hone my skills and hoping that you can be my sparring partner. Of course, I will compensate you adequately for it.
She kind of looks at you for a brief moment. Are you good enough to even keep up with me?
Well, how about you give me a free trial and we'll find out.
I like the way you think. Come on, I know a field. She kind of drags you over to a set of barracks, and you can see that there's like an open practice sparring field in the center. She stands in the middle of it, looks at you. I'll even give you the first hit. Come on.
If you insist.
Give me an attack roll. Ooh, 27. Okay. 27. Perfectly hits. Jesus Christ. As you just like stab and basically like swing at her, hit her with the flat side of your blade because you're not trying to like actually kill her or anything. She's very surprised by the speed and kind of ferocity that you attack at. You know what? You might just be worth my time. Let's see how you do. And she trains with you for the week. You have 6 days of which you can attempt to make progress on your crit or expanded crit range.
Okay.
Make your first attack. The DC is 15 for passing, and it is 25 for getting double progress. What is your intelligence modifier? +5?
Yeah, it's +5.
Yeah, so you would get your thing 2 days in. Make me another attack roll. Your first day is unfortunately wasted. Your second day is unfortunately wasted. Give me a third one. Your third day is not wasted. Unfortunately, because of the ramping effect, I think for this case, you would actually have to make progress for you to ramp up to your double progress. So you only make one progress on your third day. You make you make another progress on your fourth day. You make 5 progress. Oh, sorry, it's 1, 2, 3 total. So it's 1, 2, 5. Yeah, so you have 5 progress total on your 5th day. You have 5, 6, 7 progress total, and you have 1 more. That is a total of 9 progress. Remember, it is 25 gold per point of progress. Record 9 out of however much it is for an increased critical on your sheet in the training tab, please. But yeah, did I get through what everyone wanted to get through in the week that you guys were on downtime? I will take the silence as a yes.
I have one more thing.
Yeah, sure.
I guess each of those days I would also again just wander around like the shops or stalls, just looking for anything that might catch my eye.
There was the ciphers. And unfortunately, there was the ciphers, like the shards that the woman was selling.
Okay.
And you could go back to her shop, but unfortunately, because of the way that this kind of downtime is like situated, you can only have like 1 day action. and like shopping is
Okay.
full action for a day.
Okay. But I also have, I guess, time to like write a letter or no?
Oh yeah, like small things like that won't actually take a full day. Yeah, you can easily do that. But like shopping or specifically looking for a teacher and things like that, it takes a little bit more time. Some of it aren't like full action units. Don't worry about it. I'm writing up a new system. The new system will include a lot of these rules because I like making things like this. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So nothing else from
Oh.
you, Sir Axis? Did you have something? I think you said.
Oh yeah, no, I was just gonna ask, because I did get the warding bond spell,
Yeah.
and I need to get platinum rings. Now,
Yeah.
would I have to get multiple pairs of these, or could I get like a set of like say 6 for the party to all have that I could just cast on each individual person if needed, or would I need like 6 specific pairs to just have?
Oh. You know what? I think in the cases of a warding bond, you could probably just have 2 rings and then just like switch up whoever has them. If you wanted to do the
What?
if you wanted to do the like the multiple rings thing, I would say that 1 ring is enough, but that 1 ring can only ever be used for these rings, and these rings can only ever be used for that 1 ring. Something what
Yeah,
were the rings?
Yeah, I'm aware of that. It's more like
Sorry. Go.
without having to basically constantly swap the ring
Yeah,
to
you
who
would have to. But you would
yeah.
essentially like on your first cast of Warding Bond, all of the rings would bind to you. Or how does that make sense? Like sorry, on your first cast of the paired ring, so like the first ring that you have on is automatically bounded to you when you cast the spell. But whoever you cast that spell on as well, their ring would bond to your ring.
Yeah.
And then subsequently basically everybody else's eventually. Right? Does that make sense?
Right. So I would need to get 6 rings then.
You would get minimum 6 rings total. If you wanted to get one for Reggie, you could. But a platinum ring costs about 150 gold each.
Well, it specifies that each one needs to be worth 50 gold.
Okay, then you can find ones that are smaller, thinner, worth 50.
Okay. So
Sorry, I didn't know they had a
Yeah.
value specific for that, but I was like,
yeah,
I feel like
it
they gotta be
specifies
expensive, but that's fine.
it specifies that they are 50 gold
Yeah,
worth each.
if they specify,
Um,
then you could just go with the lowest price that they have on there.
Then yeah, because I have it'd be like what 300. Let's see how much I have.
A decent amount of gold.
Yeah, I would just go ahead and get one for myself and then one for each party member.
Okay, everybody.
That way I could just at any point
cast
give
Warding Bond on
it
them.
to someone.
Yeah. Everybody can mark down a platinum ring in your inventory. But I'm gonna hit the long rest button now. Kaboom!
Yippee!
Yippee! Make sure you tick off food and water from an external source. Because you are definitely getting food and water from an external source.
My God, I have spells.
Let's go!
It's been 84 years.
I feel so powerful.
Let's go take on a Tarask! To be fair, you guys at full power is pretty powerful.
We get all our hit die back, right?
Yes, sir. Every single one of them. Yeah, full hit
You'll
dice
have to.
back.
We'll probably have to. I was about to say anyone who has less than half will have to manually give themselves
Really?
all of it because it will. Well, yeah, because baseline rules.
No, I thought I changed it that you get all of your long, like hit dice. Oh,
I don't know. It
wait.
only gave me half.
Here. Sorry. There you go.
I mean, I went ahead and manually updated
Yeah.
it, but
I
yeah,
changed
for me,
it.
it gave
I
me because I had
changed it
2
so
left.
you guys like next time you long rest, it'll give you back all your hit dice. Sorry, I didn't realize the
Okay.
formula was still only at 1/2. But yeah, bada bing, bada boom. We're gonna pick up next time as you all meet up with Le Madame in on the 12th of Deltia in the morning, because it won't be the night.
Also, give everyone 1 health potion.
Okay, everyone has 1 more health potion.
Oh, shit, we should
Very
buy health
nice.
potions.
You could try and buy
I
them,
forgot.
but that would require a day of shopping.
No, I forgot about health potions.
Okay, but yeah, I will call this session here. Thank you everybody for coming. It's a little bit shorter, I think, or not that much shorter, but yeah.